So you gotta, in order, like you have to play devil's advocate, give the devil his due, and Milton does that. So Milton shows how Satan is so high up, but that makes him arrogant. And he shows how arrogance is one of the, one of the great sins. And the thing that Milton shows about Satan is that, well, Satan represents the rational mind, and it's an interesting idea that Milton has all the way back then, because it can be paralleled to modern times, because if you can work anything out rationally, we have in Western culture we have made rationality very, very high ideal, and in fact, as things stand now, rationality might be what we see as the most powerful thing, since we have science. But Milton is kind of also saying, well, there's a limit to rationality, and if rationality just takes over, it becomes very, very dangerous, because science, we could say today that science without ethics, whatever, can be very dangerous, and that can result in hell. And I know that a point has been made about totalitarian regimes being exactly Milton's devil, because a totalitarian regime says, for example, we have this system here which is completely perfect, rationally speaking. It's a regime, it's an ideology that will create heaven on earth, such as communism or Nazism. These ideologies. Sorry?
Utopia.
A utopia, yeah. Becomes a utopian ideology, and all you have to do is just follow this formula, and you keep following the formula, and in the end you're going to have utopia. And we've seen that didn't really work. So in fact it resulted in hell. So in Paradise Lost, this is something that we will be reading next time when we will be looking at Paradise Lost. Satan says, wherever I go is hell. So that's to your question. You were saying, well, isn't he very beautiful? Is that not the difference between the Satan in Paradise Lost and Richard III? Well, the thing is that Richard III has hell inside himself, because he's not happy even though they have good fortune. And Satan, yeah, he's beautiful and all that, but he's fallen from heaven and he's fallen down into hell, and because he's in opposition against God, he is just in this hell no matter where he goes, and so he takes hell with him.